my moving out streams continue. Yesterday, I titled Move Out Mega Stream, thinking ambitiously that I was going to um, just stay awake for 24 hours or something and stream it all and work on moving out. But that didn't happen. So um, even even though it's now a series of streams, I'm just going to call them all Mega Stream, and someday maybe I'll link them together. um, with my chronic pain, I have I I have about 2 hours to do stuff when I wake up and take my medication and eat. And after 2 hours, I will be exhausted. And even though I'm really I really focus on the mind body connection, and I know that pain is signals to the brain, just like I have tinnitus. I haven't discovered how to will those things away, except for very, very brief, brief, like weeks at the most, periods of time. In the past 2 years, I've been in pain constantly, and been in so much pain that it impacts my ability to do anything. So that sucks. So I'm just gonna learning from this, it's like, oh, I have new perspectives on what I can do and how I can do it. For instance, these are oh, a child killed by police, um, Billie Jean King. Feel like this, a child killed by a mass shooting in a school, Frank Ocean. I had two others, but the humidity unadhered them. There was Nanette, what's her name? The comedian who is autistic and queer was there, and Dolly Parton was there. And I put them there to be able to see them from my bed. As a humanist, there are many times where I've wondered, am I lost? How do I have my own? I'm creating my faith as I go, and I have certain books and more like song snippets, lyrics, lines, texts. Um, there were times where I thought, as a humanist, uh, I needed to sort of reconstruct my own version of religion, but like good. And I officiated marriages for two friends, and so in that, in order to do that, I became an ordained humanist minister, and we put on wedding ceremonies, and so I had it in my head at one time that I was coming up with like a new religion, but I've changed my mind. I thought there would be more power in developing alternatives to religion, like healthier alternatives. Um, when I say I changed my mind, I don't mean 180 degrees. I just don't focus on that so much anymore. Um, like, I'm writing a story in my head so far, and I thought, it'd be nice to have. So I imagine, like, what would humanist prayers look like, and there was a time where I thought I would write a whole humanist prayer book, Uncommon Book of Prayer, an atheist prayer book, something like that. And because I'm used to the existence of religion, so it's like, well, what's how do I invent an alternative? But now I don't see it as a one for one replacement. I just think that being humanist is being more natural, and these prayer moments are unnatural. Stopping everything and taking time to like think. So even in terms of like so meditation, I was like, oh well, meditation is humanist prayer. But I really would like to come up with a way that meditation fits into my life, like breathing. I mean, basically, like if I'm waiting in line at the grocery store, or I'm waiting, if I have to wait somewhere in an office, that's the moment when it would be great for me to focus on my breathing and perhaps visualize. Um, these are just thoughts, but like to me now, I believe the ideal life would be to incorporate exercise into your daily living, stretching. Um, I'm not saying I'll never go to an organized activity, but I just think that uh, that I like the idea of putting it into the just natural flow of life. Okay, so while I've been walking around, I've been distracted by things that I want to do in terms of moving out. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put you on a tripod, and I'm going to try to get 2 hours of work done. And I've got the microphone on, so I can talk to you while I do it. Just like that. I can meditate while I'm living my normal day. So one of my thoughts is to put a pile of things here, a stack of paintings, like please save these. But then I would have to move those first. So now I'm thinking it's always best to make things easiest. I can put it here somewhere. All right, let's just keep moving. I need a workspace. I'll be right back. I'm going to take this to its mate. I'm moving the farthest away in my apartment. Of all the vases to keep, I might want to keep this one. It's so damn cute. Oh, you can't see because of the way things are going. But it's a bulb. Then again, what I feel like I can only put the type of flower that goes in it. Oh, that would be smart to do flowers that grow in bulbs grow in Mexico. I just dumped it out like it had water in the bottom of it, as if it possibly could. It's been sitting in anyway. This is an unknown. Everything So ADHD, like everything, is a potential distraction, of course. But that's one way of getting things done. um, breathe, breathe, breathe. I have an electronics, or I'm gonna need another electronics pile. There's phone stuff, and then there's general electronics. I'll talk about this shirt. I'm probably not gonna keep it because it always does this in the dryer, so it would have to be ironed every wash, and that's too much maintenance. But I picked this up in a in a thrift store, specifically in I think in Palm Beach, specifically for the purpose of, even though this is indigo, I try to carry this off as a black and orange check, which is a color combination I need for Princeton events from time to time. I wonder if I'll ever go to a Princeton event again. Who knows? I just realized something. We're gonna, oh, I see. This is from the other day when I was using the, never mind, battery pack. You know what? That was totally unnecessary. It was fine before. That was a waste of time and energy and thought, but that's ADHD for you, or a little bit of OCD too. The negative of putting it here is that it's versus there is a blank wall and it's clear. But I think people are going to have to undo the whole house. So what I need is paper. Now, I want to write, please save these, but do I want to write, please store these for me? Or do I want to write, please well, I just realized it's better for me to stack the art and then put the sign up, even though mentally the sign goes first because I'm making a stack of things. Please save these. But in order to know at what height to position the sign, it makes more sense to stack the things first. So, oh yeah, I was clearing a workspace. ADHD. Clearing a workspace. As long as I'm here using my home for one of the last times, let's enjoy light. This is my high school mortarboard. I wore it on a something. Ooh. Breathe, 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 breathe. Okay, some of these things I was thinking of holding on to, I don't have a current place for that. well, I do, but if I put it in daily life things, that's going to overflow and prevent me from doing daily life things. Clearing office space to do work. What is that? Oh, I like that. These are mostly things to keep. This is garbage. I think, have you ever gotten to this point where garbage just becomes thrown on the floor? Anyway, I'm not going to do that because I'm trying not to make noises that could be heard on the floor below. I'm going to take off this long sleeve flannel because I'm starting to sweat. But basically, I did it. I cleared a space to work. Does this have... Oh, okay. Yes, change your shirt. You're hot. Other necessity. I've watched video. So while I'm taking off my shirt, I'm holding the microphone in front of me, and it reminds me of videos I've seen in which people hold their microphone, like a lavalier or corded mic or something, and it looks uncomfortable, but maybe they do it because their mics, like mine, pick up a lot of static if they brush up against things. But I'm not sure if that's what it is or if just moving, did that create static? Because that was just moving through the air. What am I gonna wear now? I don't want to get into too much fashion today. Oh, I mean, let's just try one at random. Hold, please. Hello, hello, hello. One of the reasons that I wanted to invent humanist, would it be considered liturgy? Prayers, mantras, is that so much is in my mind is from commercials. So like, like I believe it's important to have faith in myself, and yet one of the first things that comes to my mind is I believe in crystal light because I believe in me. Or what's the one from the gum? Uh, there's one from gum. I don't know. Okay, I want to be careful. I'm about to move my first painting that I did in college. I haven't been storing it very. Oh God, it's too bad you're not watching this. It's in a really difficult spot to get out. You know where it's been. Okay, I'm gonna have to move everything off the shelf in order to get it out. Damn it. This is a problem that happens. It's like physical ADHD. You want to do one thing, you have to do a dozen things before you can get back to the one thing. And will you even be able to do it? To remember. So, this is the first painting I did in college. It's even upside down. It's very disrespectfully displayed there. I think at the time I thought if I put it there, it would be out of the way of problems. I don't know where to put you, or you won't be in the way and you won't be casting a shadow. Anyway, this is a long story. I don't have time to tell these stories, but there's a piece of a chipped tooth. There's no point in saving that. It's just a reminder to me that I'm not taking care of my teeth, which I know. This is Palo Santo. So talking about like rituals, I'm going to light it just because uh, part of my humanist rituals include um, uh, honoring, exciting, pleasing sensations, whatever. Just being human. Fuck. Fuck. I guess I don't know where it went. How far did it bounce? Oh, there it is. All right, stiff matches are usually easier. I like these so much I've used them all. Come on. Doing something requires doing two things first. So, like, one of the reasons that I broadcast my life is that I think that's relatable. And it's not the type of thing that people share that often, because people share like in a like somebody has said this, like in a movie, uh, people are always able to light their cigarettes or whatever on the first try, unless it's a necessary plot point, but it's just not like part of normal life to struggle. West 4th Street, New York City, extra virgin. Oh, whoops. This is dumb. I'm being difficult. I guess I'm not gonna get to like the oud. Okay, this now I'll tell you, I'm going through the thing where you move out and you move things out of the way. So ordinarily, I have a candle holder with a single candle in it, and then I use that to light this. But I've already decided I want to keep that, so it's been moved to somewhere and cleaned and ready to be packed. One of the things that I talk about on the regular is now you can see why I only get 2 hours of work done and very little accomplished. I just thought that pleasing my nose would cheer me up because I'm in pain, so I'm looking for reasons to live. Believe it or not, I did get a little bit of scent off of that, and it's so good. Another idea would be to spray one of the colognes that I'm probably going to leave behind. I think this smells nice too. Fuck. Hmm. Kind of unexpected. Not sure how much I like it. Oh, now my hands are greasy and I want to touch art. God, I hate myself so much. It would be nice if I had rubber gloves. That's how much I care about this painting, even though I'm not showing it much respect. And I'm about to leave it behind. So, I'm already starting to feel bad. Well, that's easy to explain. I never felt good. I'm also hot. I'm too hot. This is a watch. Put that with that other jewelry. Where did I put that other jewelry? Forget it. Who cares? Just, just keep moving. Oh God. I don't want to forget this. And this. This is ADHD at work. Oh, I'm gonna puke. Oh God, I hate myself. Shut up. Another reason to desire humanist prayers is to counteract negative self-talk. I don't like what I'm doing, but I just don't have enough flat spaces. So just do what you gotta do. And I already want to take this shirt off. The tag is itching me and it's too hot. You know, I've never owned a quote unquote wife beater. I mean, just the classism in that explains why I never, not why I never chose to have one, but why uh, growing up, like, anyway. All right, you're gonna sit here if you'll stay. The same shirt I wore yesterday because I keep wearing them over and over again because they're soft and lightweight and bigger than my belly. wrong with you? Everything. Oh. Talking like you can hear me. Well, you definitely slow down if you look at everything. Oh yeah, I used to go to Winn-Dixie Pharmacy before they stopped having a pharmacy. Cyclobenzaprine, prednisone. This is for my back pain in 2022. Ketorolac. So it would be nice to have, healthy mantras like I'm gonna make it, that kind of thing. Oh, there's the thing I was looking for 2 minutes ago. Someone gave me a frog pin. Or no, I think I probably found it at my mom's or something. Oh, there's a joint. That will come in handy later. So I'm thinking of going back to the only taking a dose of meds once a day and then taking a couple puffs throughout the day to sustain me. This is either soap or... Oh, these are weed gummies. People give me things. I don't know where this is from or what this goes to, but it's very fancy wrapping from something expensive. What's Gabby cooking? Everyday California food. $14.99. Monkey bread. Winter cob with pomegranates. I won't be keeping that, but I don't have time to take that to the book giveaway pile just now. Keep moving. At one time, this was my... Okay, I can get the painting out now. This was my business, paperwork. Only keep this much. Oh, yeah, it can go over here with stationery, or it can go down here with stationery. Are my hands clean? Clean enough. Finally, it happened to me. So I've got it set on 80 degrees. I'm going to come down a degree. I'm still not giving up my dream of having nice smells. I could just light incense. I think I should do that. That's the easiest. Only requires a match burning for a few seconds. I'm exhausted. I think, well, if I weren't trying to film it, it is true, I would be expending less energy. But it's possible that the pretend production of this is motivating. It's possible. I think it's likely. This talking to myself business. Okay. So I kind of need to make a decision if I'm ever going to burn Palo Santo here again or not. And if not, I can wrap it up. Which is what, I have two pieces of it, and one of them somewhere this is a spittoon. I use it. I have it filled with sand. I use it as an incense holder. I think just putting it on the floor is the best idea. Breathe, 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 breathe. Oh, I have these, I think I have the startup discs for one of my old iMacs. Oh shit, iMac G5 Users Guide, but no disc. Anyway, I was wanting to reformat it to delete everything that's on it. And unfortunately, to do that, you have to have a disk. It might be cool to try to put Linux on it as a test, even though I'm not taking it with me. It might be fun to try to do. be a way to delete everything, I think. Stay focused. Okay. Do I want to dust the painting? I did one of my, I care about this one so much I'm going to wrap it in plastic. I did like a social media video back when I was actually trying to attract viewers on dusting paintings, because people have weird, feelings about paintings, and one way to dust them is to take a soft brush and just brush over it. You can't really hurt the painting by, I'm doing it like firm but soft. And I'm being careful around the edges because this one is on a, this one's on a board and the edges are crumbling. I'm not sure if wrapping it in plastic is a good idea. I don't know where it's going to end up, and I don't want it to get hot. It might be better putting nothing on it. I just don't know. I also have other types of plastic that's less sticky. Let me look for that. Or there's paper. Where's the plastic? I don't know. Breathe. I can, oh, there's the plastic. I can talk about what I'm doing in the grand scheme. So, because I have so little energy, I've concluded that I am going to have to rely on the kindness of friends. And so, like, I'm not going to have the energy to get these things to market, to storage. So I'm going to put them with a note, please save these. Fuck. This seems better than the saran wrap, right? Sure. I am grateful that I am burning the incense. What am I trying to do? Basically, let's cut it first. We're gonna want it there. I've got a razor over here. I guess I should move this that I've almost slipped on twice. Oh, I love this. The unfinished ones make me as sad, or maybe sadder than the finished ones, because of the potential of the work that I want to still be doing, but I have no, there's no financial value to my work, so I have to get out of here. I can't afford to make a living, and it turns out it's just a reminder of the fact that I don't belong here in a land that reduces people to dollar values. My arms aren't long enough to do that. Oh, fuck. Maybe there's a better way to do this. I always start from the middle and go out. Okay, that's just a bad angle. Let's just do it. The only way you know how. In general, like when feeling bad, I'm not good at anything. So this is kind of like worth keeping, but you would never travel with this. And I assume they can be purchased anywhere in the world. So, I mean, of course they can. It's just that there's so many of those things like that that I think, oh, I can buy this. It's like, well, someday you're going to run out of money again. Maybe I'll have a new mercenary attitude towards art. Just not start art again unless it's self-sustaining financially. I hate that, but it may be necessary. Okay, now we want blue tape or colored tape. Clear tape is good in terms of lasting. It's really loud and annoying to work with. And I don't think this is going to be moved around a lot. So I feel like this works just as well. And I might as well get some use out of these since I bought them to have fun, cute tape. Breathe. When it comes to tape like this, I think just the longer the piece, the better. Well, that's probably true for all tape. Well, let's use those colors. I feel shitty. Stand up tall, you'll feel better. Wow, that was mostly wasted. I feel shitty and witty and gay. Right. If I make this higher, will I stand taller? So, not only are the devices that we look at messing things up, but I mean, as humans, everything we do is with our hands below us. It's just natural to you just keep fucking things up, baby. would have been cute or smart to have them be color coded to layers to know the order of undoing them, but that would require thinking in advance. I just realized that I should put these closer to the corners. And these peeled off so easily that it really makes me think I should have used a different tape. They'll sit here till tomorrow and I'll make a decision. So I think I want to explain what this is. Find paper. I was just touching a notebook just a few minutes ago. But you don't know what you did with it. Because it wasn't important in that moment. True. One of the tips to living a better life is to treat everything as potentially important. So that, but it requires like high functioning. So that at every moment, you know, the thing you don't need right now is still put in a place that makes sense for when you do need it. So that you're always making future, you're doing work that will help you in the future. I'm coming out of my way to be on camera. I like these envelope openers and I'm thinking it'll work well for this. It could have worked well on this. Maybe this is worth holding on to and not the doohickey X-Acto knife. But what I'm talking about putting things, treating things with care, I think that is unusual, at least in my experience of observing people and actually societies, because everything that we're doing is for short term, not long term. Okay, I want to write in a dark marker. First college painting. Do I want to put a date on it? I don't know when it was. 94 maybe. By taking care, you know, I learn things like, for instance, stuff bleeds. So don't write it, you know, on the important thing. Stuff. I mean heavy markers. I want something to drink. I love you. So one of the best humanist mantras is to say I love you often. And that is one of the best, I think, one of the most healthy side effects of being in love, of being in a relationship, is that you're saying I love you to someone, someone's saying I love you to you. It's just all getting to be very lovely. But I'm also so sad. Just keep moving. I'm sad. So maybe this would be a good point to take 2 puffs of weed. Okay. I'll do this one that's who knows how old. So the way I like to do weed, it's actually for medicinal purposes, is to, I'm going to go stand by the incense, is to just take a couple puffs and then immediately snuff it out in a jar as my ashtray. These are hard to uh, like ash out, put out. Oh wow, this is glowing green. Is it from that? Where's the green? Is it from that bottle over there? Oh no, it's from this. Cute. This matchbook is American Bistro, Contemporary Cuisine, Palermo's American Bistro, Bay Meadows Road, Jacksonville, Florida. I have a trigger lighter. Lighters work better, I guess. Well, they produce huge flames, for one thing. I was never a cigarette smoker, so I don't know how ashing and things work, and I see people do it. But the cigarettes seem firmer, they're packed firmer. And of course, I've never really known someone take a couple puffs on a cigarette, put it out, intending to have more later. But anyway, I find this works. And then any smoke that it creates uh, in its suffocating can be enjoyed as like a last puff. Wow, what am I stepping on? There's something on the floor that's ouchy. It's just a piece of wax. I'm sensitive. I'm the princess and the bee. I am the princess and the bee. Oh, here's another vase that I could consider keeping. Super tiny, super cute. When am I going to be using vases? I just have a feeling. I have a feeling I'm going to be living in this paradise where I can just pluck things and bring them into my home. You don't know anything. That's true. So my first trip would be reconnaissance, except for the fact, well, that was supposed to be my trip in April. Except for the fact that when I get out, I will never be able to come back. So, I mean, to this stuff. This stuff will be removed by someone else. I briefly forgot what I was doing. So, I don't think I'm high, but the hope is that I'll be affected enough to change my mood a little bit. But let's be honest, this is sad work. That's too long. Why aren't you thinking about it instead of just doing? I've got the RuPaul song, "You Better Work," in my head now. I was about to say you'll be sorry, and you're already sorry. All right, put that here. Breathe, stretch, breathe, stretch. Don't be sad looking at art that's probably going to be destroyed. Fuck, I did it wrong. Oh well. Wrong and right. You're so obsessed with that. I think I'm obsessed with learning because of my limitations in time and energy lifespan. You know. All right. First college painting. Dun dun dun. Well, that took a lot of time. Yeah, but they're not all going to take that much time. Is this tape all going to come undone? I'm going to take a bathroom break. Sorry. That would be a cute place to keep you. Sorry for blowing on you. I'm sweating and I think it's gross. I'm sweating and I think it's gross. In some way, it's caused by the fact that I'm wearing socks. So I put on the AC, so I put on socks because my feet get the coldest the fastest. um, I'm not used to having the AC on, so the fact that this flag is waving caught my attention. That free flag is something I want to keep, I think. I don't know how easy they are to find. It can go in my, someday home suitcase. So I have an idea to pack currently living stuff in, meaning like clothes and toiletries, in carry on or, very small bag that I can lug with me, which will most likely be carry on. Because, they used to give you so much with international flights. Anyway, I forget what I was saying. I got distracted by a noise that the fan is causing, so I'm coming over to see what it is. It doesn't do it when I'm here. Oh well, I will just have to live with it, not knowing what it is. Where was I? After all that, I am tired, and just seeing that is an accomplishment. Living algorithmically, living in a world in which we're fighting for approval, depending on popularity, is really psychologically harmful and unnecessary. Here's my second college painting. So instead of putting it against the wall, I'm going to tape a note to a second college painting, please save. There goes that sound again. So what I'm doing, you might have noticed, I'm making instructions for others because I have learned that I do not have the strength. just figured out a way to do this that's going to make it easier, and I'm impressed with myself. I'm pulling it through on the non-sticky side. And then I'm no longer impressed. That didn't work. Probably why it never occurred to me before. Right, instead, I'm going to stick it to my finger. Pull it through on my finger. Do you think I want to tag both sides of the note? Why not? I'm so proud. I wanted to take a picture of it when I was done, forgetting that my camera is over here. Getting things done. Let's see if anything in here is priority saving. I do love this one, but this reminds me of some digital housekeeping I want to do later. Oops. What's wrong? Everything. What isn't wrong? sure that there must be some people that would strike as dramatic. Everything's wrong. And it is an exaggeration. Nothing's 100%, but there is a lot wrong in a world that's killing people. Now I'm going to write a note to put on the bleach. I need a normal size Sharpie. Breathe. Stop walking around in circles. That's exhausting. Think. Yeah, you're living messy, but there was a time not that long ago when I was fairly organized. It just fell apart for multiple reasons. I mean, this is sad. Why don't I sit down and write this note? What excitement. Sitting down. Matchbook from Houlihan's. To combat, drain, flies. Put I'm just gonna put a few plugs of bleach down tub every couple weeks. And we're going to try to make this into a tab by taping this around the handle of the bleach. So much excitement involved in my move. You know, it would be cool and weird if I, like, you have to watch the boring parts to get to the trip to Mexico. I don't think any of my life will ever be exciting for viewing, in part because I think that's a kind of like a pathology. It can sit there for now. Eventually, I'll put it in the door to the master bedroom, the doorway. You won't believe how much progress this feels like. Now I'll put the painting by my grandmother against the wall. I do love this message, even though it's on a warped frame. It says, do you know how hard it is to do this when you have no talent and there are no right answers? That's important philosophically to my stuff. Hmm. I just went into the storage room where I saw lots of hidden paintings. Hidden by which I mean you know what I mean. I don't know. I'm getting tired. One of the worst things about getting tired is decision making is tiring, and so you can't make good decisions when you're tired. It's difficult. I'm sweating. Picture of my grandfather as a high schooler. Some of these, when I say please save, I wish like my sister would take. There's a painting up there that matches one that's in her house. What is making that noise? Is it this? Nope. It's that somehow. I walked into my bedroom and it's so weird having a clear shelf. It's so weird having a clear shelf. Oops, sorry. Mother necessity, where would we be? Just because I started this project doesn't mean I have to stick to that. I find the most, I mean, obviously don't take advice from me, but I find the way to work is by flowing from one thing to another. And I definitely need to think right now. Mother necessity. If I could listen to music, I would. Um, I think copyright's one of the worst things in the world. I was watching a video of a conference, and they're referring to clips from movies, and then they don't show the clips. Or like I was learning about filmmaker Todd. I can't think of his last name right now. The guy who made his first film was Superstar about Karen Carpenter using Barbie dolls, and he made it as a student, and so it's been suppressed all these years for, it's disliked. But what keeps it suppressed, apparently, is the music copyrights. It's just, we're not living, we're not living. Oh, my head. I'm not okay. I'm hot. I'm gonna sit still, turn down lights, and sit somewhere soft and think for a few minutes. I guess it really is helpful to take frequent breaks. Oh, I would read poetry if it didn't require more light and glasses and thinking. Okay, okay. Oh, God, this thing's old. Won't be my problem anymore. As much as I love these couches. Wow, this feels great. I could even try to do exercises. I'm hot, so goodbye shirt. have to make a decision. If I'm going to keep doing work, I'm going to bring it down another degree. Whoa. 78. You're so crazy. Okay. Oops. Sorry. I'm sad. Should I take another puff or two? It can be hard sometimes to differentiate tired and sad. Do I want to keep... I used to have this custom, I guess I still do, of getting flags for places I had visited. Originally I have a few big flags, and in my old house I had a garage with rafters, and I kind of wanted them to be hanging from the rafters when I pulled in. But I don't live in such a house anymore, and I never will again, I suspect. And so I have a huge Chilean flag, but I don't think I need it. But I could keep the little patch. I could keep the Costa Rica. I mean, yeah, these are just thoughts. Do I want to keep that tradition just for Latin American countries, since I'm moving in that direction? Maybe. What other flags did I buy? Oh, I guess I have a Catalonian flag. And I never bought a Greek flag. I never bought an Italian flag. It's very subjective, apparently. When did I start that tradition? Who cares? Here's a souvenir from Italy. I'm not going to pick it up. It's like an original Pinocchio of sorts. By which I mean they're marionettes made by Italian. I mean, that's not like completely made up for Pinocchio. So they took and even that hat is a Tyrolean hat, I think. Anyway, they took things that existed and made it into Pinocchio. So now these people are capitalizing I don't know when that burned out. Where's the other one? I was saying because our culture is so violent, the expression, your mouth's writing checks that your body can't cash, uh, is in my brain, is in our culture. Uh, one more time. I, for a long, long time, I've observed that, the act of recording changes what, so the act of observing changes what's being observed, and that includes usually, trying to record things. I mean, the simplest thing I'll say is that reality programming is not reality. Um, and uh, the way that, like, social media, you would think, it's like originally sort of documenting our offline lives, sharing our offline lives with friends, photos and whatnot. But then what it turns into is, the content that, it, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you have to make content for the medium, for the format. It's the same. It's just another facet of the act of observation changes what's being observed. This is one of my sort of philosophical principles, and so because so it's one of the things that makes that can make people self-conscious in terms of uh, being themselves on camera, talking on camera. And even though I think my content is not interesting to most folks, perhaps one of the reasons is that I uh, am less influenced by the thought that I have to please others. Anyway, so but I'm not immune. I might be less susceptible, but I'm not immune. So in that moment, I was doing like a wrap up of talking to you like a presenter. And so I was starting to say, like, stay tuned for next time, tomorrow. But I'm not. That's college painting. But that's the time when I will make the best decisions about what to do. Tomorrow will be, I don't know, sleeping or, you know, sometime when I'm at rest. So there's no logic in me coming up with, that's glued. There's no logic in me coming up with oops, that says made by Rob and Aaron, December 25th, 2008. Um, God. I could write, who knows what's on this roll of film. Wait a minute, wasn't I getting off? That's why I raised the temperature. And wasn't I? Oh, I think I just wanted to make the point about not being drawn into saying what you don't mean by letting the format dictate. So, and that's a problem that I have in writing. And one of the reasons that George Orwell's essay on writing, it's titled like on political writing, but anyway, it's I find it really meaningful. Uh, meaningful. It's helpful. But the home for this project is humanissom.org, HUMANISSOM, because it's the writing, it's the phrase human is some. But another way of remembering the words is humanissomi.org. And the art part of my project is at Artsy, also spelled weirdly, RARTSY.com. R is me, that's how I sign my stuff. So artsy.com. And I guess I'm going to work on those things while I still have some energy. Bye! So go look and see whatever I've done, and I'll stream again later. I just noticed. So I'm putting away ones that are from college, and this is, oh shit, this one's from college, but I'm thinking of writing. Made this in college, but I don't care about it. And then this one, oh my, oops, I'm losing my mind. I'll put a note next to it that it's about, it's one I paid for, so. Okay.